The year was 1846. America throbbed with a restless energy. The West, a land of vast plains and towering mountains, beckoned with the promise of a better life. For many it was a siren song, a call to adventure and opportunity. Among those caught in the throes of this westward fever was a group of pioneers known as the Donner Party. Led by George Donner and his brother Jacob, the party consisted of families from Illinois and Missouri. They were farmers, shopkeepers, and artisans, all seeking their fortunes on the untamed frontier. They loaded their belongings into wagons, gathered their livestock, and bid farewell to their former lives. Little did they know, their journey would become a chilling testament to the limits of human endurance and the dark side of desperation. The early weeks were filled with the optimism that comes with a fresh start. The wagons rolled across the prairie, their canvas tops billowing in the wind. They believed that with each passing mile, they were one step closer to their dreams. The Donner Party, like countless others before them, embarked on a journey westward, their eyes fixed on the prize of a new life in California. The year was 1846, and the American frontier held the promise of boundless opportunity. For the Donner Party, this meant fertile land, a chance to start anew, and the possibility of striking it rich in the gold fields. Their wagons, laden with their hopes and dreams, rumbled across the vast expanse of the American West. The journey was arduous from the start. The wagons, pulled by oxen and mules, moved at a snail's pace. The sun beat down relentlessly, baking the earth and parching throats. Despite these hardships, the pioneers pressed on, their spirits buoyed by the camaraderie that developed amongst them. There were moments of joy amidst the hardship. Children chased each other through the tall grass, their laughter echoing across the plains. Campfire stories told under a canopy of a million stars brought comfort and a sense of shared purpose. As the Donner Party ventured further west, the landscape transformed. The journey continued to test the mettle of the Donner Party. They faced hardships with grit and determination, their sights still set on the promise of California. But as the days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, a sense of urgency began to grip the group. Winter was approaching, and with it the treacherous mountain passes would soon be impassable. It was during this time that the Donner Party encountered Lansford Hastings, a flamboyant lawyer and self-proclaimed trailblazer. Hastings, eager to promote his own shortcut to California, regaled the weary travelers with tales of a faster, easier route through the mountains. The Donner Party, desperate to reach California before the first snows, found themselves at a crossroads. After much deliberation, swayed by Hastings's promises and their own desire for a swift journey, the Donner Party made a fateful decision. They would take the shortcut. The decision to take Hastings's shortcut would prove to be a grave error, one that would have dire consequences. As they ventured deeper into the unforgiving embrace of the Sierra Nevada, they were unknowingly sealing their fate. The Donner Party, lured by the false promise of a shortcut, found themselves ensnared in the icy grip of the Sierra Nevada mountains. The once optimistic group, now battered and weary, realized the gravity of their situation. Hastings' shortcut had led them astray, costing them precious time and depleting their already dwindling supplies. The mountains, once a distant spectacle, now loomed large, their snow-capped peaks a constant reminder of their predicament. Winter descended upon the Sierra Nevada with a vengeance. Snow, relentless and unforgiving, began to fall, blanketing the landscape in a thick white shroud. The Donner Party, their dreams of California now a distant memory, found themselves trapped in a frozen wilderness. Fear, a chilling companion, began to spread through the encampment. The shortcut, once a beacon of hope, had become their prison, a frozen wasteland where survival was a luxury few could afford. The early arrival of winter sealed the fate of the Donner Party. What was supposed to be a swift passage through the mountains had transformed into a desperate fight for survival. The relentless snow, falling day and night, transformed the once familiar landscape into a treacherous labyrinth of white. The pioneers, trapped in their mountain prison, found themselves facing their worst fears. The wagons, now buried under feet of snow, became their only refuge from the biting wind and freezing temperatures. Supplies, already dangerously low, dwindled with each passing day. Hunger gnawed at their bellies, a constant, unwelcome companion. As the days turned into weeks, the true horror of their situation began to dawn on the Donner Party. The cold, a relentless enemy, seeped into their bones, sapping their strength and their will to live. The once strong bonds of community, forged in the crucible of the westward journey, began to fray under the immense pressure of survival. As the grip of winter tightened, the Donner Party found themselves locked in a desperate struggle for survival. The once unthinkable became a grim reality as starvation set in. The meager rations, carefully doled out, were no match for the gnawing hunger that consumed them. They ate their oxen, their horses, even the leather from their wagon covers, but it was never enough. Facing annihilation, a group of 15 of the strongest members, led by the determined but inexperienced Patrick Breen, decided on a desperate gamble. They would attempt to cross the treacherous mountains on foot, carrying with them only the barest of necessities. They hoped to reach Sutter's Fort, a distant outpost of civilization, and return with aid for those left behind. On December 16, 1846, the snow-blinded and starving party, christened the Forlorn Hope, set off into the teeth of the storm. Their journey was one of unimaginable hardship. The deep snowdrifts made each step a Herculean effort. The Forlorn Hope, clinging to life by a thread, pushed onward, their fate uncertain, their resolve tested with every labored breath. The Forlorn Hope, their bodies broken and their spirits battered, struggled through the unforgiving wilderness. The once grand mountains, now their tormentors, offered no respite from the relentless cold and the gnawing hunger. Each step was a victory, a testament to their unwavering will to survive. Their journey was marked by unimaginable suffering. They trudged through knee-deep snow, their frozen limbs heavy and unresponsive. The wind, a constant adversary, howled around them, stealing their warmth and mocking their desperate plight. They huddled together at night, seeking solace in their shared misery, their bodies shivering uncontrollably. Food, or the lack thereof, became an obsession. As the days turned into weeks, their bodies, starved and exhausted, began to fail. The survivors, haunted by the ghosts of their fallen comrades, pressed on, their determination fueled by a mixture of guilt and a primal will to live. Back at the wagons, those who remained endured their own private hell. The wait for the Forlorn Hope stretched from days into weeks, each passing hour an eternity. Hope, that flickering ember, began to die in their hearts, replaced by a numbing despair. Food, already scarce, ran out completely. The survivors, weakened by hunger and illness, clung to life, their bodies ravaged by the relentless cold. They huddled together for warmth, sharing stories and memories, clinging to the fading remnants of their humanity. Then, on February 18, 1847, a miracle occurred. A small party of rescuers, alerted by the Forlorn Hope, finally reached the Donner Party's encampment. The sight that greeted them was one of unimaginable suffering. Skeletal figures, their eyes hollow with hunger, emerged from their makeshift shelters. The relief, so desperately needed, had arrived at a terrible cost. The arrival of the rescuers, while bringing hope, also brought to light the full horror of the Donner Party's ordeal. The survivors, their bodies ravaged by starvation, had resorted to desperate measures to stay alive. The unthinkable, the taboo, had become their only means of survival. Cannibalism, whispers of the unspeakable act had reached the rescuers, but nothing could have prepared them for the gruesome reality. The Donner Party's encampment was littered with human bones, picked clean and scattered amongst the debris. The survivors, their faces etched with shame and despair, confirmed the rescuers' worst fears. The decision to consume the flesh of the dead had not been made lightly. The Donner Party, forever marked by their ordeal, became a chilling testament to the fragility of human morality in the face of unimaginable suffering. The rescue of the Donner Party was a cause for both celebration and somber reflection. Of the 87 souls who had embarked on that fateful journey, only 45 survived. They returned to civilization forever changed, haunted by the memories of the horrors they had witnessed and the choices they had made. The stories of the Donner Party spread like wildfire, captivating and horrifying the nation. Newspapers recounted their ordeal in gruesome detail, often sensationalizing the cannibalism while glossing over the complexities of their situation. The Donner Party, once a symbol of westward expansion, became a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of the unforgiving nature of the frontier. The survivors, hailed as heroes by some, were also met with skepticism and disgust. Their ordeal, too horrific to comprehend, challenged the very notion of human decency. The Donner Party's tragic journey continues to resonate deeply within the American consciousness, serving as a chilling reminder of the perils of westward expansion and the fragility of human resilience. Their story, passed down through generations, has become ingrained in American folklore, a cautionary tale whispered around campfires and recounted in history books. The Donner Party's legacy extends beyond their tragic end. Their story has inspired countless books, films, and works of art, each attempting to grapple with the complexities of their experience and the moral dilemmas they faced. Their journey has become a subject of intense historical scrutiny, with historians and researchers poring over diaries, letters, and archaeological evidence to piece together the events of that fateful winter. The site of the Donner Party's encampment, now a serene meadow in the Sierra Nevada mountains, stands as a poignant memorial to their suffering and resilience. Visitors from around the world come to pay their respects, to reflect on the Donner Party's story, and to contemplate the enduring power of the human spirit. The Donner Party's legacy, forever intertwined with the history of the American West, continues to captivate and haunt us, urging us to remember their sacrifice and to learn from their mistakes.